Hello and welcome to One Man Renegade Productions YouTube channel. I'm your host, Leon. We're going to be in today is Monday, and it's a monumental Monday. Not just because there's 3 videos up on the channel today. If you missed the previous 2, Blast Off Monday and Mail Time Monday, go check those out. But today is a monumental Monday because today is the debut. Tonight will be the debut of Monday Night Raw, WWE Monday Night Raw on Netflix. Yeah, if you're not aware, if you've been living under a rock or something, WWE is moving Monday Night Raw to Netflix. I forget when they announced it. It was sometime beginning of. It was. I don't think it was. I think it was a year ago, but it was earlier in 2024 because they had already announced SmackDown was going to USA, which is it's still on USA now, or it's on USA now, kind of taking place overall on USA. And they announced that the NXT was going to CW, but everyone was like, "Well, what's happening to Raw? What's going on with Raw?" And all of a sudden, boom, Netflix. But it's bigger than that. If you're not in the United States, I'm in the United States, so it's only Raw on Netflix for now. But other places in the world, it's everything. It's SmackDown, it's NXT, it's Raw, it's pay-per-views and everything like that. But United States, we're just getting Raw on Netflix. Of course, USA will have SmackDown, for which now is 3 hours. If you missed that on Friday, it moved to 3 hours. Of course, CW has NXT, and the pay-per-views are all still going to be on Peacock for now. I think that deal runs up next year. We'll see what happens with that. But if you missed any of the wrestling-related videos, because we're going to open up this box of 2023 Panini Prizm. If you missed any wrestling-related videos, head on up there, check them out. Big old playlist. It's pretty massive. A lot of videos. So if you're looking for some specific certain product or year or wrestling company or whatever, might be easy to search channel page. And while you're over there or while you're watching this video, hit that subscribe button, turn on the notifications, also thumbs up, like this video, hit that share button, share this with everyone. Head down in the comments what your thoughts are with Raw moving to Netflix and who you think is going to win the big matches tonight, which we'll talk about as we go through this. And then check out links in the description for all my other internet stuff. It's all there. Yeah, so, and another little tidbit that I wasn't completely aware of. I think I knew it was happening, but I wasn't sure when. Panini WWE is done. Now, obviously, they had some legal issues, and there was some stuff going on, and it never really panned out very well for either side, I guess. But they tried to get out of the contract early. Said Panini didn't do certain things. The judge was like, "No, they did," and blah blah blah. But now they're back with Fanatics and Topps. Topps Chrome is coming out soon, if not already. I don't know. I remember I saw something and someone said it was the January 3rd, but then the website said it was January 31st, so it was a bit confusing. So maybe it's out, maybe it's not. I don't know. Anyways, I'm recording this a couple days ahead of time, so it may have already come out, or they may have clarified when it is coming out. But regardless, yeah, because I knew eventually that was happening. I just didn't know when. But I guess when they signed with Panini, it was a 3-year deal. So 22, 23, 24. So now they're up. 25. Back with Topps. So we'll see how that goes. But let's get into this and we'll talk about some Raw. Yeah, so I'm actually recording this prior to SmackDown on going to 3 hours. Yeah, it's interesting because it was obviously Raw has been on USA forever, but has been 3 hours for a good amount of time now. So when, obviously SmackDown was moving back to USA and Raw was going to Netflix, it was kind of like, oh, well, they're going to go from having 3 hours of Raw, and they also had 2 hours of NXT, to just 2 hours of SmackDown? And then, of course, Raw stuck around on USA for a little bit during the weird period where their deal with USA was up, but they weren't on Netflix yet. So, and then it was like, oh, we'll move that to 2 hours. So then they had 2 hours of Raw, 2 hours of SmackDown. So it was like, oh, 4 hours. But then now Raw's back on. Now Raw's going to Netflix. So I was like, all right, well, let's move it to 3 hours, which of course gives us another hour of wrestling action on for WWE. But if you watch it, WWE and AEW, it ends up being the same because Rampage is done. So it kind of just replaces Rampage for that extra hour on Fridays. Instead of having to flip channels for Rampage, you can just stay and watch the 3rd hour of SmackDown, which arguably should be better. Yeah, Montez Ford. I mean, unless you're a big AEW fan, I guess, then you might be upset about that. We had X-Pac. We got a silver Kit Wilson and JC Jane rounding out the first pack. As far as I know, none of these people will be on Raw tonight. Because, well, except for X-Pac could be. I don't know. They could bring out some legends, I suppose. Montez Ford's on SmackDown. Kit Wilson also on SmackDown. They're kind of going to be feuding, I think, because Pretty Deadly told the Street Profits that it was Garza that attacked them when it was really Gargano and Ciampa. So, shenanigans afoot. JC Jane, of course, still on NXT. Got Tamina. I think she's retired now. I don't know. She hasn't really been around lately, and there have been rumors of her retiring, so it might be just retired. Speaking of retired, Ronda Rousey with the correct ice. I don't see her coming back to WWE anytime soon. We've got Brutus Creed on the green. He's on Raw, so could be on Raw tonight. And then Quincy Elliott. I don't know that he's still with the company, to be honest with you. Never really panned out on NXT. All right, next up. Got Joaquin Wilde. Of course, LWO are on Raw, so they could do something. Maybe kind of there was a thing with the New Day. Kind of there was a challenge thrown out, so there could be something with a New Day and LWO tonight. We'll see. We got Vader, unfortunately no longer with us. Ring Royalty, Macho King Randy Savage, unfortunately no longer with us. And also no longer with us, Ultimate Warrior. So, rough pack there. For alive people, I guess. All right, next pack. So there are 4 matches, as I'm recording this, there's 4 matches announced. Obviously, there'll be add more. We got Sami Zayn. Of course, he'll be probably doing something tonight. Maybe potentially in Jey Uso's corner as he fights Drew McIntyre. Dakota Kai, she will be challenging for the Women's Intercontinental Championship, but that's next week. Going up against Lyra Valkyria in the finals. As Lyra beat Io Sky, Dakota Kai beat Zoe Stark. I think Dakota's going to win. But if Lyra wins, it wouldn't surprise me either. There we go. Roman Reigns, prismatic entrances. Of course, Roman Reigns will be fighting Solo Sikoa tonight for the Ula Fala, for the head of the table, for the tribal chief, tribal combat, for the winner take all. Maybe. I don't know. A lot of people speculate maybe The Rock will show up and get involved, although a lot of people have also speculated that's probably not going to happen now because it's not scheduled to be the main event, but we'll see. We'll see. LA Knight still doing his thing over on SmackDown. All right, moving on. Got Mustafa Ali, who I think is in TNA right now, I believe. I think. Mansoor, whatever. He's over on AEW, still doing the same gimmick, but under a different name. Well, the same name, but different pronunciation. I don't know. Blair Davenport, I think she's on SmackDown. I don't know. She was kind of tagging with Isla Dawn, or she was kind of, I don't know, teaming a little bit with Isla Dawn and Alpha Fire, but then they were kind of not on, they were on Raw a little bit, and then I don't know what happened with any of that. But still on SmackDown doing the thing. And Bubba Ray Dudley, of course, we saw him recently on NXT when it returned to the or when it was on at the ECW arena. Had a little tag match, didn't go so great. And then we got the final pack, and we'll talk about the other matches. And I'll make some predictions on what might happen tonight on Raw. Got Wendy Chu. She hasn't been on NXT recently, but she's still on NXT doing her Wendy Chu stuff. Although she's in the, not so much that character anymore, but like a darker version of that character. We got Typhoon, Uncle Fred, the Shockmaster, Tugboat, whatever you want to call him. The Ice Prism. There's Roman Reigns once again. And then Randy Orton, who currently out with the injury because of Kevin Owens. Um, I'd expect there to be some sort of SmackDown involvement tonight, and maybe they set that up on SmackDown on Friday. I don't know, but obviously Kevin Owens showed up at the NXT, not NXT, Netflix, Raw Netflix like kickoff thing, and was like kicked out. Obviously that was coming off the heels of him attacking Cody Rhodes, but then Cody Rhodes returned. Now they're gonna have a ladder match with both titles hanging at Royal Rumble. But Randy Orton's still out injured because of what Kevin Owens did, so we'll see what happens with that. All right, so the matches they do have scheduled for tonight, I mentioned a couple of them already. We got Roman Reigns, Solo Sikoa, tribal combat for the Ulafala in recognition of the tribal chief, head of the table of the NOI family. Again, I don't know how they have this match and not The Rock doesn't get involved, but if it's kicking off the show, maybe, I don't know. It just seems like they already said the main event's going to be CM Punk and Seth Rollins. So it'd be kind of weird to then, but maybe that's just how you want to kick off the show. Just have Rock. Here's The Rock. He's kicking off. This is Netflix. You never know who's going to show up type thing. So I'm guessing that's going to kick off the show. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. And everyone, all the rumors and said pretty much that Raw's going to go back to 3 hours. But then a lot of people are saying, well, it's Netflix. They don't really have to adhere to like time constraints and whatever. But then people pointed out, well, yeah, it's Netflix in the United States and a lot of the world, but it's not everywhere. So there's certain countries where Raw's still going to be on regular like television network television, or cable television or whatever. So they're still going to have to fall within the same guidelines that they have been up until at some point, if everything everywhere has it on Netflix, then they can kind of maybe tweak that. So it's still gonna be like normal. You'll have commercials and everything. A lot of people, I remember, the AEW debuted on Max. Everyone was kind of complaining. It was like, what? I don't understand. I'm watching it on Max. I'm not supposed to have ads, but we're getting ads. And it's like, yeah, it's just a simulcast of what they're airing on TBS. They're not changing what they're doing. It's just you can watch it on Max if you want, instead of if you don't have TBS. Like, they're not changing what it is. So I feel like it's just going to be kind of the same for Raw going on Netflix. But for everything all the rumors and whatever, it seemingly will be going back to 3 hours anyways, if nothing else. But I don't think they're going to be as lenient with the time things and stuff as a lot of people had thought maybe they would. At least not at first. But anyways, point was Roman Reigns versus Solo Sikoa. I mean, it's hard to say that Roman doesn't win here, but if Roman just wins this match, what do you do with Solo Sikoa? It's like, well, where do you go with that? But at the same time, it's like, well, how long are you gonna stretch this out? I mean, it's a big match for Raw, but it's like, could the blow off be at Royal Rumble? Could they blow this off at Saturday Night's Main Event? I don't know. But this is just the first of many, or is this going to be the first and done, one and done? I don't know. We'll see. Because if it's one and done, then Roman. But if it's not, I feel like Solo. But I mean, I say one and done, but again, they have already fought in tag matches and war games and stuff. So I don't know. Maybe it is time just for it to be over. But then how do you pivot? Do you get The Rock involved? You set up Rock Roman. Is that happening? Are we doing Cody Roman? Or sorry, Cody Rock. And in which case this doesn't really matter. But I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. But if I had to say, I'll go Roman if I had to make a pick. So I'll go Roman. Then we got Liv Morgan taking on Rhea Ripley in a last woman standing match for the Women's World Championship. Interesting that they added the stipulation last woman standing match here. Does that open the door for potentially Tiffany Stratton to show up and maybe cash in? I don't know. But again, this is another situation where they've stretched this out so far. Is it time to just blow it off and move in a different direction? But it's like, at the same time, it's like, well, they haven't really had a singles match in a bit, because they were doing, war games and other stuff, and there's, so I don't know. But if again I had to pick, I'd say Rhea. Drew McIntyre is taking on Jey Uso. kind of been set up over the last few weeks. I gotta go Drew with that. And then we got CM Punk taking on Seth Rollins. Again, another situation where it's like they've been dragging this out since, CM Punk came back. Now, obviously, injury sidelines Punk for a while, and they pivoted and went with the Drew McIntyre thing. And then he came back and did the War Games thing, and now finally we're getting to Seth and Punk, and this is the first match they've had. So I don't think this is going to be one and done. I feel like this is going to stretch out, potentially even to Mania. So I think Rollins is going to win. I think Rollins is going to win this one. And then we'll go from there. I got to imagine both guys will be in the Rumble, and maybe they'll do something in the Rumble, or maybe they set up something for Saturday Night's main event. But then maybe they're both in the Rumble. They eliminate each other. Maybe they're both in the Elimination Chamber, and they both eliminate, like they both cause each other to lose or something. That sets up their Mania, whatever their Mania match might be. I don't know. We'll see. But if I had to pick, I'd say Seth Rollins. So there we go. Those are my predictions for the matches we know so far. And again, I'm recording this a few days ahead of time, so I'd probably announce more stuff as you're watching this, but I don't know it, so I can't make predictions for it. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it all, if it's different or just the same, just on a different thing tonight for Netflix. I mean, obviously they have a new logo for whatever that is. They'll probably have a new theme song, as long as it's not more Pointer Sisters. I think should be. I don't know, what would the equivalent of the Pointer Sisters, I'm so excited, be for WWE to to be the Raw theme song? I don't even know. I'm trying to think. Celebration by Kool and the Gang. Yes, let's do it. Celebration by Kool and the Gang confirmed. The new Raw theme song. No, I don't know what it'll be. It'll probably be some band I've never heard of, or it might just be music they make up by whoever is making their music these days, or some rap song. I don't know. Unless they've already announced it. I don't know. Maybe I missed that if they did. If they did, I don't know. But anyways, that's going to do it for today, for this video. Third video today. Hopefully you survived the 3 videos. Hopefully it's not too much, but it's not, I'm not skipping my regular Monday videos to do this, but I had to. So had to make this video to get you all pumped up for Raw on Netflix. But again, if you missed the previous 2 videos, go check them out. I have videos posted every day. So just come back every day, watch all the videos, subscribe, like, share, comment, all that fun stuff. Notification, get a notification every time video's up. Ready to watch? Come over, watch it, like, share, comment, and all that fun stuff. All right, that's going to do it for today. Enjoy Raw on Netflix. If you have a Netflix, make sure you have a Netflix account, because you might be like, wait, where's Raw? How come it's not on USA anymore? Oh, no, it's on Netflix. Oh, no, I don't have Netflix. Yeah, figure that out. So thank you everyone for watching. Stay safe, have fun. Talk to you next time. Bye.